the Hoth rebel soldier. Following the Rebel Alliance major victory at Yavin, the rebellion abandoned its base on Yavin 4 and began searching the galaxy for new possible bases of operation. Hoth. Hoping to claim it as their new base of operations, the soldiers keep a watchful eye out for the Empire. Hello, welcome to Centurion's Corner, and today we're reviewing the 40th anniversary carded figures of The Emperor Strikes Back, the Hoth Rebel Soldier. Now I picked this guy up from Star Action Figures for $18.95, and I got him alongside with Luke the Snowspeeder and the TIE Fighter Pilot, which will be the next review after this one. And their description is down below where you can purchase these figures. And I don't get paid or anything by them, but they do a great job serving just during this pandemic and all that. So I just think they need a good shout out really, and a well done. So this guy here is on his old kind of retro kind of ring. He looks great in his blister pack. We see all his accessories with the balaclava, 2 blaster pistols and everything there. We got the sort of silver kind of hologram at the top here, and it just looks really nice. And turning around on the back, we've got the rest of the wave, as this is wave 2, with Luke, Lando, Imperial TIE Fighter Pilot, the Rebel Soldier of Hoth, which is this guy, and R2-D2/Dagobah. So, without further ado, let's crack this bad boy open. Okay, so here he is in his blister pack, looking pretty awesome. So as I said before, we've got his balaclava here, and we've got his kind of sort of rebel blasters on the side. So just going to take him out, have a little sort of ganders at him, just first impressions, take him away, just test his articulation and whatnot for the pictures, and just come back and give you guys a thorough review. So let's just pull him out. Yeah, straight away, he looks amazing. Actually feels more like an Action Man than a Black Series figure. Just looks absolutely awesome. Now, I can't wait to take a few pictures actually. So, I guess we'll see you in a mo. Well, I've been away, taken some photos, and oh my god, all I've got to say is this is another excellent figure in this wave done by Hasbro. The Luke I was knocked out for. This guy as well is amazing. He photographs really well, and again, if you can go out and buy him, get him now, because people are going to absolutely buy this guy and army build galore, because you can do so much with him. He's so versatile, and he's so good that he comes with 6 accessories, and that including his DH-17 Rebel Blaster and an A2 ATC Rebel Rifle. This guy has got it all, and he's pretty cool. So just looking at the guy, is just the detailing on there and everything around him, he just looks fantastic. And yeah, he's just literally got it all, and I just love the little kind of nods and everything they've done here. So Hasbro's done really well. There's a couple little bits where they've kind of skimped out, which I'd imagine is for the overall kind of sort of costing of the figure. But bar from that is amazing. So first of all, we'll just look at the his rifle. And this is kind of where I think they're skimped out on, because it's just literally a black moulded rifle. Done in a bit of a kind of a gunmetal grey, but it's just the actual... kind of the cut of the rifle as well feels a bit cheap as well, but the detailing on there, it's all there and present, and it looks great, and it would probably look a lot better with a bit of weather effect, just to sort of like go along with the actual character himself as well. And these other gun he comes with is his DH-17, and again a little bit skimped out on the silver, haven't got the silver effect on there, and the actual cut around it as well, that you can actually see the moulding of the actual plastic. So yeah, the shiny part of the figure really is a big of a letdown. Apart from that, the rest of the actual character is really great. So going into his other accessories, well, where do we start really? We'll start with his backpack. His backpack can be removed and it just looks great. The detailing's all on there. We've got the silver parts been painted, no like paint bleed. Got the flaps and the detailing on there with the tubing up to his sort of antenna, and just the look on there looks great, because we're going to remove this in a sec, which is great. Underneath here, from his sort of like tunic bib, it kind of connects just in the back there, these kind of connectors, and they just fall inside the hole just there, and they just clip in just to give it off so it does look like it's connected to the character. But we can remove the backpack, and it's just on a kind of little nub part there that fits into that little square on the back. His goggles are removable as well, so we can have them up on his hat, we can have them here, and we can also drop them right down and have them around his neck. They're transparent, so you can see right through, and it's also on a little bit of elastic, and these really remind me of the old Action Man kind of goggles back in the day. So that's his other accessory, and his other accessory as well is a little bit harder to get to, but obviously in the packet it was separate, and that was his balaclava. So the reason for this is because this guy comes with two faces, which is absolutely amazing. I didn't look at any other reviews online because I know this guy comes with two faces, but I wanted to know how you could do it and where you would find it. So if we look at his backpack again, we can bring that up, and just underneath here we have a hidden little compartment, and inside we got another face. And again, this reminds me of a bit of a G.I. Joe, as it was Zortan who had a sort of like a face that could fit over his other one. So just for now we'll put that down. We'll have a bit of a closer look just for the sculpt, and it's got the Face Tech printing on there, which looks fantastic and looks really nice. So going back to the character, we can pop his hat off. It's not actually a removable hat, it's actually part of the figure, but it's just the way to get to the actual character himself. And as you can see, it's just kind of like a bit cut out to fit straight into the hat, and that means we can actually just slide out the face with a connector just inside there. So we can put that one down and bring this guy up and slide him in, and then we can just connect the hat straight back on, and we've got him with a second face. The head is easily removable, just so you can get to the balaclava a lot easier, and then we can also turn it around this way and poke him in. So I've taken a few pictures of kind of sort of variations, I suppose, of the character, the way you can have him, and this is where everyone's going to go out there and trooper build this guy, because yeah, he looks completely different each time you got him there. So in fact you got one figure with about 4 different looks there, so it's pretty cool, and it actually makes me feel like I need to go out there and at least buy another one. But I'll keep off his balaclava and all that, so we don't want to get in his articulation ways. And yeah, again, articulation for this figure is pretty cool. You can go left, you can go right, you can look down, and you can look back up. His head's kind of where we can actually remove it and put the balaclava under there. We have got a kind of a bit more of a movement rocker there if you haven't got that balaclava. We got his arms can come up this far, they can rotate around, and his swivel is at the elbow. His arm comes up a little bit more than 90 degrees. We've got a rotation at the wrist, and it's also on the hinge. We've got a slight ab crunch there, not too much forward, a lot back, but obviously if we've got the backpack on it's a little bit hindered, and also a rotation. His legs can kick forward this far. It's got upper thigh rotation. They can come out this far, but this one's a lot hindered because the holster is actually moulded to the actual kind of like lower part of his jacket, which is then stuck to the trousers and around there. So his upper thigh rotation, his leg movement is kind of really hindered here. But we have got a double jointed knee, which comes nicely up, and we've got the rocker and the pivot on there. So in all, this guy is pretty fantastic, and you can get him in quite a few good poses. It's just that his right leg is a little bit hindered, unfortunately. So going through that, we can actually look at the actual guy's uniform, and we go through his sculpt. So starting at his hat, so we've got the scarf around his head, and it just looks done well. We've got all like the sort of like the lions and all the things on there. We've got that quilted look in the hat. On this side, we've got like a little antenna, kind of sort of his walkie-talkie, and that goes all around under his strap, coming down to his top. And then we've got the kind of sort of badge, silver parts on here. Not too sure what these parts are. Underneath, it's just kind of like just white. Obviously, they're not really meant to see it. It's just kind of that to cover it all. On his arms, again, we've got his kind of sort of like a badge, Admiral sort of stage. We've got the sort of quilted parts up on the top here, and the pockets. Going down to his wrists, we've got his comlink and his gloves. His belt's just kind of basic with a few pouches on there. And we've got these little parts here that's not painted, so I wonder if they're supposed to be silver or something. And then going down to his legs, again with that quilted look, kind of beige trousers. There's nothing up there to see. And down to his Hoth Rebel Soldier kind of boots, which was a thing in Empire Strikes Back. And yeah, all I can say is this figure is absolutely superbly done. And yeah, kudos to Hasbro. I just think really they've gone all out. And to be honest, I'm quite surprised it's $19.99 or like a $20, £20 sort of figure, because with all these extra accessories and doobry parts, you know, it's actually really done, really nice. And I think another figure well done. So guys, this has come to the end of the Rebel Soldier. I would highly recommend this figure if you're an army builder or a collector. If you're a collector, just buy one. Let all the other guys have their fun and get them all for their pictures and stuff like that, and maybe a few customs out there just to bring this guy a little bit more to life. So guys, thank you so much. You can follow me on Instagram, which is in the description down below. You can comment, you can subscribe, you can like the videos, you can do all those, and it really pays kudos to me. So guys, thank you once again, and girls, and I'll see you next time. Bye.